One of the things that I often find when I'm talking to charity clients is that they have concerns around the level of VAT they incur on properties. The numbers are big and they always wonder, can we do more to ensure that we don't incur VAT that we can't recover? Hi, I'm Alan Davis, Henderson Loggie's VAT Partner. What I find when I'm talking to charity clients is that they are very cautious when it comes to VAT, but they're also trying to make the most of every pound that they've generated. They want to make sure that any VAT reliefs that are available that they've got access to and are making the best of. You may have heard of a few examples where charities have made significant VAT savings, and I'll come on to share a couple of examples with you in a moment. But I would emphasise that it's important to always remember that your circumstances are fairly unique usually, and that you should take your own professional advice to ensure that you're taking the right position, particularly if the numbers are large. Over the years I've advised a number of clients in the charity sector on VAT, and one relatively recent example was very close to home actually. My son's scout group were looking to build a new scout hut. The fee that was being quoted to them was 200,000, and 40,000 on top of that would have been fairly painful for them to recover. In that instance, a discussion of the scout group, we established that they could qualify for 0% VAT because there was a community use to the building, and when they gave a certificate to the builder, he was able to charge 0 VAT and save £40,000 for the scout group. You can imagine how many bags they would have had to have packed in the local supermarket to raise £40,000. I'm also involved in the other side of the coin, advising builders who do work for charity clients. In that scenario, they're looking to be as competitive as possible, so when they're pitching for work, it's a real advantage to understand and know that a potential client could qualify for 0 rating. It might even be a point of differentiation that they've paid attention to the use of the building, know that it qualifies for 0 rating, and their pitch or their bid can be significantly lower than competitors. It'll show the client's potential customer that they've paid attention, and any savings that can be made may even be recycled into extra work for the builder. So, how does the relief work? Well, 0 rating is available for a number of things, one of which is the construction of new dwellings or charitable use buildings. And in the context of charitable use buildings, that's things like village halls, or the example I mentioned earlier about the scout hut. That was a village use and that qualified that way. In addition, 0 rating is available for the creation of access for disabled people. So for example, widening doors, creating ramps would qualify. And finally, 0 rate relief is available for the creation or adaptation of areas for the use of disabled people. For example, things like wet rooms and washrooms where they're created to meet the needs of disabled people. So, if you're involved with a charity on a property project, hopefully this short video has been of interest to you. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments box below, or feel free to contact me directly. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.